When life throws you the unexpected, wouldn't it be great to have someone right there with you? Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Thomas Horne is there, ready to help protect what matters most to you. Call Thomas today at 229-798-4018 for a free quote. He might just save you money and get you better protected. Serving all of Southwest Georgia like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Thomas Horne is there. Visit his website at thomasismyagent.com. Welcome back to another episode of the Southern Football Report, presented by State Farm agent Thomas Horne. thomasismyagent.com. Each week we get a personal testimonial from one of Thomas's loyal customers. Kyle.
Shout out Thomas Horne. He's my agent.
So one of our mutual friends contacted Thomas this week and got him to quote some insurance for him. So hopefully that worked out. Yeah.
Give him a shot. Does a good job for me.
As we do each week on the Southern Football Report, we start with an introduction. Directly across from me, I've got Brian Howell.
Hey, fellas.
In the studio 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, sir. Good to be home.
Don't call it a streak.
I know.
To his right, Kyle Shaver.
Glad to be back.
Are you guys just a little bit weary of college football, or is it just me?
About what part of it?
Unpredictability.
Well,
I love the chaos, like of the games.
Yeah.
As long as it's not involving my team.
So this is 2 years in a row that my team has just, cratered. And you couple that with all of the other drama that is college football these days. And I'm not talking about the good drama, like, Brian Kelly getting fired at LSU, or the Lane Kiffin saga, about is he going to Florida or LSU, or is he going to stay at Ole Miss? Like that type of drama I enjoy. The incessant, how do I want to word this? Debate on hypotheticals is like, it has taken me to a place that I don't even want to watch football.
We live in a world, like, we're fixing to fix that next week. We live in a world right now where, like, the rankings we have don't matter.
Right.
The real rankings only matter next week. The rankings that we've had were just for, like, TV talk and, promotion.
Right.
So, like, you really don't even know what's going to come out next week. And next week we'll have some sense of it, but then you start into the whole, does this team deserve it? And does this team deserve it? That's what I get tired of is who deserves it, who doesn't deserve it, what conference deserves it versus what conference doesn't deserve it. Like,
it gets so old.
It does. It's going to be 6 weeks of it. And by the time it gets here, you're just like, can it please be over?
So yes, on next week's show, we'll record next Wednesday most likely, which will be the day after the initial rankings from the college football playoff have come out. And we will have some, at least, blueprint for the last month of the season. We'll know who's close enough to get in, or, who's already, one loss away from being totally out of it. If somebody comes in ranked at 18th and they lose one more time, the odds of them making it in short of winning their conference at that point is, almost done. So, we'll kind of get some clarity there. It's just I think it's the debate that is really just completely impossible to prove until you get to the playoff.
Yeah.
That is just, and then when you couple that with your favorite team being really, really bad.
If you're in the conversation, it's a little bit more entertaining. Well, but it can be even more frustrating because you're like, well, that's not true about this team or that team or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just finding something to talk about.
There's a toxic prove it from every angle.
Well, and that spans society about anything. Yeah. We can't just agree to disagree. Like, if you think that Bama's terrible or whatever, like we can't talk about it.
Right.
I don't think they're terrible.
Right.
Yeah. You're right. It's just like anything in life.
Yeah. Maybe it's the same as politics.
You kind of get in the same
like
thing.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. To the point where
stay off social media is the good answer.
Yes. I wish I had something to occupy my mind on Saturdays when my team is bad.
Yeah.
Besides college football, I've tried other things.
You can't cut the grass. The grass quit growing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can.
The rule of thumb, never get on social media when you lose.
Oh, don't get on during the game. No. I can't, especially if you're not winning big.
It'll be your own fans that make you mad, and then the team you're playing's fans, and then everybody that hates you, your rivals, will be piling on. There's just nothing healthy about it.
I can't even, if my team is losing, which it has lost a lot lately, I can't even have my phone with me during the game because of the text messages. And just like you said, it's from Florida State fans like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened.
Fire everybody.
It's from fans of, opposing teams. And I have been up until the last, really not just the last couple of years, prior to that as well, but I have been so enamored with the game itself and so concerned about what's going on that I'm worked up enough.
Yeah.
I don't need the social media or the texting, and I just have to just put it away.
You have enough of your own inputs. You don't need any extra inputs.
No. And most 99% of the people, myself included, really have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
from a very in-depth
like stupid play call kind of conversation.
Yes, they have no idea what's going on inside the game. It's not like these guys do this for 100 hours a week.
Right.
Even the guys that do have a little bit of sense of like football knowledge, like you get some of these guys on Twitter, like Brooks Austin and things. Yeah. They may know like general football concepts, but they don't know what's being coached by that particular team and what they're
watching hindsight.
Right.
They also don't know what the offensive coordinator's setting up or what the defensive coordinator knows. We can't do it this way.
My favorite is when everybody goes through and points out all their wide open receivers.
Yeah.
The day after. It's like, don't you think that was schemed up so he wasn't going to see that guy?
Yeah.
Everybody has open receivers. He's rolling to his right. He's down the left sideline. Yeah. Yes, he's wide open. He wasn't going to throw it there.
But I can make that throw in NCAA 26.
Yeah. I made that throw in my sleep, man. My 6-year-old can make that throw.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's just a human, everybody wants to beat their chest, and it's just part of it.
Well, so that's why, honestly, I'm very particular about who I watch football games with.
Right.
Especially Florida State games. If I'm watching a Florida State game, there are some people I just don't want to watch the game with.
To be around.
So my college roommate, he was a huge Florida State fan, and every Florida State game, he would go in his room by himself, lock the door, watch the whole game by himself. Because we weren't Florida State fans. Like, we didn't really care, so we would just kind of get in the game and just talk about whatever. He wanted to, like, focus on his thing and, like, not have any other inputs. And so he'd go there. I mean, he'd be in there 3.5, 4 hours right by himself.
That's how I prefer it. Like a big game?
Man, I'm telling y'all, the more we go to games, and like the people, I think I told y'all this, the people that sit around us, they sell their tickets a lot. Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of kind of crazies that kind of come in, There was this dad and this son that were sitting behind. It was like an echo chamber. It was like, the dad was like, oh, it's terrible. And the son was like, oh, that's terrible. And I'm like, you're raising yourself. Like, it's the same person, It was
as the popularity grows, and the dividing lines are enhanced by ESPN.
Yeah. Yes.
They want this discussion.
Of course they do. Yeah.
Well, it fuels their ratings.
So when you get that personal, like that, you're like in it. It's like my side versus your side. You're creating, and now it's outside the team. It's the conference. It's the, whatever. It's been like that for a while, but it's getting worse.
It's gotten to the point now where, and not to the two people in this room, but there are some people that I can't have college football conversations with because they for example, they'll say something like, Indiana would have, 3 losses in the SEC, and whether or not that's true, we'll never know because they're not in the SEC. But it almost makes it seem like teams outside, and in this example, teams outside the SEC are just wasting their time playing college football.
Right.
Because if they go undefeated, it's, they had a soft schedule and so and so and so and so. If they lose 2 or 3 games, it's, that's because they really stink. They can't even win in the Big Ten. And it's just so frustrating. It's like, man, let them play their football season.
Right.
And if they make it in, great. We'll find out if they match up with this team. And if they don't, whatever.
Well, OSU, Indiana, 1 and 2 right now. So
I'm just giving you, the Indiana. But there are a lot of people right now.
Indiana's got like 7 dudes on the first round draft pick board.
Oh yeah, they got
are
players.
Loaded.
Yeah. Well, this
ain't your Papa's Indiana now.
Yeah, but last year they had the same issue.
This team's a lot better though.
Yeah.
Well, you do it 2 years in a row, you get a little validation.
Yeah. With 2 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the last 2 quarterbacks that Florida State beat were Mendoza last year when he was at Cal. And I'm talking about big boy quarterbacks, not, Kent State. and Ty Simpson.
Wow.
The two Heisman front runners.
The two Heisman front runners.
Dude, I don't know if you really know week to week anymore who is good. Seriously. I mean, it's you just throw them in a bag, and there's a couple. I think Ohio State and Indiana probably, and Texas A&M have shown that they can win in multiple ways, and they're pretty dynamic.
See, I'm not as sold on Ohio State right now.
Defense is stifling.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're really good, and I think they will prove it given the opportunity, but they've not had a lot of opportunities. Now, I mean,
You saying their schedule's weak?
no, I'm just saying, I don't know if they're number one in the country.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, their best win's probably on the road at Washington or Texas.
And this is why I say
The
that
Texas win's watered down now.
we'll get more clarity as the playoff committee.
Whether
sends
right
it.
or wrong, we'll have some
Yeah.
clarity of the direction that we're going.
Like Ohio State definitely is a playoff team. Whether they're the number one team in the country or not, no
it's
idea.
probably any given week.
Could be.
I mean, seriously, like there's 5 or 6 teams that could beat them if they played their A game,
Yeah.
and there's 5 or 6 they could probably blow out if they don't.
Well, when you get to that level, right, you're going to get everybody's best. It was what Bama fought for years. Ohio State's fighting it. Georgia's fought it. Like Florida State fought it back in their, like you get geared up for that game and you do some crazy stuff and you pull out all the stops. Similar to Louisville against Miami. Like there was put all 3 quarterbacks on the field at one time 2 weeks ago. Why not? They're the number 2 team in the country.
Believe it or not, Florida State still fights it.
Yeah,
Florida State hasn't been good consistently.
You're beating the brand
in years.
Absolutely.
And you still have teams rushing the field when they beat them.
Well, it's like Notre Dame. When Notre Dame was down, you're just beating the brand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all right, let's get into our review section as we do each week. We'll start with, admittedly, I didn't watch a lot of college football. I've been trying to catch up all week. And I'm sure you guys watched some of these games, Georgia being off, Florida State being off. You might have taken a little bit of time off as well. So we'll kind of do a little bit of a review. Let's start with Texas A&M at LSU. So this is the game, I guess. This is the final straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, I don't think it was the game itself. It was the meeting after.
With the governor?
That deteriorated to bad, real bad.
So the meeting between the athletic director and Brian Kelly where he told him to fire the offensive coordinator. And Kelly said, well, if I fire him, I want to fire this guy too. And then it just went all down.
Yeah, I think it just went off the rails.
Anytime the governor gets involved in a coaching situation, that's not ever good.
Did you hear the press conference today?
Oh, yeah, it's wild. Nuts.
Dude, LSU might be as dysfunctional as Auburn.
Maybe more. If the governor ain't involved in Alabama,
Yeah.
probably because they're a Bama fan.
Well,
There's
just
a point
wait
when-
till Tommy Tuberville wins the election.
There's a point when it matters too much.
Yeah.
And those programs have reached it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what to think. Texas A&M is obviously really good. LSU seems to be dysfunctional, like you said, Brian. This is a big win on the road for Texas A&M at night. They basically take over the entire stadium.
Yeah, and the stadium was empty at halftime.
When I went to bed and saw the empty stadium, I was like, that might not be good. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Well, that was as telling of anything that they're going to have to do something.
And they've been outscored by Texas A&M in the second half, like 50-13 the last two years.
Yeah, because it was close at halftime.
Yeah, they were winning.
LSU was winning.
Yeah. And then they just got manhandled. So, I don't know, man. So,
21 points in the third quarter.
Yeah. Had a punt return.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, it just got...
Man, how many times they get the ball in the third quarter? Probably 3.
Yeah. But one was a punt return.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is really good. We've been talking about LSU, like, are they good? Are they not good? The Cole Clemson situation, like...
My cousin Cassius Howell coming off the edge.
Like, it's just, are they good or not good? And I think they proved the fact that they're just not. They're not a top caliber team.
So they're off this week.
LSU's off this week.
LSU's off this week before Bama next week, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Where would you rank that job?
LSU the top. Well,
even with all the dysfunction?
That's my caveat. By itself, without the governor being involved, without the kind of a lame duck AD, with the job itself, I think LSU is a school that kids from Louisiana go to LSU no matter who the coach is.
Right.
Like you grow up in the Bayou wanting to be a LSU Tiger.
Your high school colors are probably purple and gold.
A lot of teams there are. A lot of them are Tigers. They wear the shoulder stripes, the whole nine. So they grow up wanting to go there.
And they're a different level of athlete.
And this elite
It's like
athletes.
per capita is like off the chain.
Super fertile recruiting ground.
Rarely do you get, if you get like a 5-star or 4-star out of Louisiana, LSU wants, you did a pretty dang good job or you had a heavy bag.
Jacob Hester named like 20 dudes from Baton Rouge the other day. They were like NFL, not just like all pros.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in every position, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a great fan, with great fan support.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think, but the dysfunction may knock it down some, at least in the short term.
I think if you were to say just divide the state of Georgia in half, the Nat line north, take Georgia Tech out of the state, and put Georgia right smack dab in the middle of it. I think that's how you could compare Louisiana. So it's not as big as the state of Georgia. It's got lots of athletes per capita. It is the program in the state. It's the only
Probably
one.
a better example is like Orlando and South and just all Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Like that's that kind of athlete.
Yeah, but still, Florida State and Florida get kids out of South Florida.
I'm saying take them out of the picture.
You're saying take
That's how good it is.
Yeah.
If you get the top 10,
Pretty good athletes in Atlanta.
these are different though, man. They're like, I don't know, speed and
Big.
just all of it, everything it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also what you've got to have there is that you don't have to have an Ed Orgeron that can speak Creole.
Yeah.
But you need somebody that those kids can look up to. And I don't think Brian Kelly was that guy.
No.
Nick Saban was he didn't fit in like, you take the Michigan man Nick Saban or West Virginia man turned Michigan State guy and bring him down to Louisiana. I mean, that's not a Louisiana guy.
Right. Les Miles either.
Right. Yeah.
But he had a way of connecting with those guys and like he was in,
Well, let's face it, Brian Kelly's a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
a jerk to his staff. He's a jerk to the players.
Yeah, I mean, you see all the videos of him kind of hands-on with the staff and his red face, and it's like...
And the story's coming out after now.
Oh, yeah. No ex-players are really coming to his...
No.
And in fact, a lot of former players are saying, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that guy's out
That's
of here.
not good, man.
Telling their own
Is that how you want to
stories.
be remembered when you're in your box?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not me.
Do you think Brian Kelly takes another job?
I think he does. I think he'll wind up. He'll UCLA or something.
Hang 10, bro.
He'll change family. We had to know this was going off the rails at the beginning. Like, we had to know it was happening.
I would have bet it was probably going to work out with his coaching acumen and put him in those.
On paper, it
but
looks
he
great.
didn't put the same. They weren't getting everybody to stay
Right.
like they used to. Saban had already started a pipeline of getting guys out of there.
Yeah.
That was hard, and now they started to go to Texas and leaving a little more.
Well, here's the fear now. I mean, Kelly has deteriorated the talent pool that they have on their roster. You make one bad hire, LSU is like, I mean, they're forgotten for a while.
Yeah, he fired Tommy Moffitt, who had been there like 25 years.
Who's now the strength coach at A&M.
And you seen these guys, and
Monsters.
you see them fold in the second half. It's like you fired the wrong guy.
Yeah. He'd been there under Saban, right, at the end.
They said 20. Yeah, had to have been.
He was the one that trained Scott Cochran.
That's right.
Scott Cochran came into LSU under him and then went to Bama with Saban.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of Bama, how about that Bama at South Carolina game?
2 years in a row, had to squeak out against South Carolina.
Our poor friend Wes Lanier,
Poor guy.
man. So he was at church with us on Saturday at the Widow's Banquet, and he's watching the game on his phone, and South Carolina's winning.
I was like, look at your phone.
So he comes up to me as we're like cleaning up, and there's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he's like, "Oh man!" And I was like, "What are you doing here? Go home! Like, go home and watch the end of it." He goes, "You think it'll be all right?" I was like, "Yeah, nobody will know. Just go. It's cool." I see him at church Sunday morning. He's like, "Yeah, I got home just in time to watch us lose." And I was like, "Man, I'm sorry."
Yeah, that's and then what they had their student section was ready to rush the field, like they were set up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have nothing.
Hey, give it to DeBoer, man. He's figured out some whatever his road woes were.
Yeah,
He's figured that out this year.
well,
Still cannot run the ball. It all goes through the quarterback.
Their longest rush of the year is 22 yards.
Yeah. They
Run
have,
against Georgia, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Didn't he have a long
Probably.
run against Georgia?
makes sense.
22 yards?
It's probably him.
Well, it may be. I don't know who carried the ball. I just saw that stat.
Well, we were talking about it earlier. Like, Ryan Grubb is now their OC. They struggled to run the ball when he was the OC at Seattle last year, which is one reason why they didn't want in the NFL anymore. I'm not sure what their run game was like in Washington, but they rode Penix to the national championship or however far they went.
I guess they're just so good at passing, they do it just to keep you honest.
Yeah,
and they're going to hit 3rd and 10.
Well, I mean, when you can throw a little waggle pass out to the right for 4 yards, that's essentially a run play.
Yeah,
and the extension of the run game is these little short dink and dunk passes that they've got. But man, it's baffling to know that you've got linemen like they have, and they can't seem to.
Yeah. Tell you what they do though, they punch the ball out. That's 2 games in a row it saved them. Well, Vandy, twice, and now this one, they punch the ball out. If they don't punch that ball out, they don't win.
Yeah. Oh no.
And he was about to go down. Like his knee was close to the ground, and it
was a lengthy review, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were playing golf. I kind of took a weekend off of football and played a little golf this weekend, and we were kind of watching on our phone and not really keeping up with it. But we caught that play, and I was like, "Man, that's close." And then, obviously, I was like, "This is definitely going Bama's way, right?" It's the way it's going to go. But yeah, I feel bad for South Carolina. I feel bad for Shane Beamer. I do like Shane Beamer. Just can't seem to get over that hump.
I think it's just the margins are so slim. You just got to win any way you can nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, the days of going in and beating somebody by 30 and being comfortable, probably over. Probably don't matter much who it is.
Unless you're Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing that.
They won in the last 2 minutes against Iowa, though.
Right.
Did what they had to do. So it can happen on any given day.
Yeah, you're going to have close games every week, no matter who you are.
Well, the point differential is way down.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talked about it several weeks ago. Like, it's just the talent is more dispersed. You still have – your top teams still have more talent, but the second-level talent is not all there, too. It's dispersed amongst other teams.
Yeah. Well, really all it takes is like 3 dudes in order for you to be able to upset somebody. Like, if you've got a quarterback, if you've got a defensive lineman, and
a stud receiver or something.
You don't have to have a roster full of 5 stars in order to beat Bama or whoever else. Just pick your team.
Yeah,
we've seen that for years in college football.
Yeah,
but it seems to happen more frequently now.
Yes, but I mean, going back, the Cam Newton year at Auburn.
Yeah,
it was Cam Newton and Nick Fairley.
That's it. What was the Mason was a running back?
Yeah, Trey Mason. No, Trey Mason was there in 13.
What was the guy?
They had one though. Bow-legged, real thick.
He was a compliment to Cam Newton.
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, so 3 dudes
and the tight end that died.
Yeah, Lutz-Kirken.
Oh yeah, I forgot he died.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was. Mm-hmm. All right, Ole Miss at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma was the better team according to Lane.
not according to Lane.
Not according to Lane, but according to Venables.
Yeah,
he
learned that from Dabo, by the way.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That Lane Kiffin's like a treasure that we need to appreciate more.
Yeah,
he's gaining popularity by the day.
He knows it. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's about to get paid so much. Like whether it's Ole
don't
Miss.
Care.
Yeah, okay.
I'm kind of starting to take him at his word.
Sexton's going to get him paid, and if he don't want to keep the money, he doesn't have to. He can donate it back to charity.
Yeah.
But if he stays at Ole Miss, he's going to get paid. He's going to get whatever he wants. Maybe that's the way to put it.
Put it in the roster pool.
Well, that's what I think. That's where I think his money. I don't need the money comment comes from. Don't give me the money. Give the program the money to let me get more players and I can compete here.
Yep.
Right. Give me what I had last year on defense. I can compete here.
Wasn't he the one?
He had that right now.
Wasn't he the one that said something about was it one of LSU's defensive backs or something? Somebody asked him what's $250,000 by you? He says, I don't know, like a third of a defensive back.
Well, but to the game that Mateer has, I don't know if it's he's not healthy. He's kind of come back to reality a little bit. He's after that injury, he's come way down.
He hasn't been an accurate passer.
No, and his legs hadn't done anything for him either.
Yeah, he's definitely not on point like he was prior.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of these teams come back down to earth, which is, natural. You start the season hot. Maybe you have a softer first half of your schedule, then you do a second half of your schedule, and we're starting to see those teams come back down to earth. How about Mizzou at Vandy? Now Missouri's without a quarterback the rest of the year.
That's tough for that guy.
How about a Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Close.
So Missouri felt like they were the better team.
Yeah.
Outgained them by 100 yards. Eli was claiming, the pivotal penalties went the wrong way at the wrong time, but they didn't win.
Pavia, man.
Pavia's stats are very.
Yeah, what did he throw for like 180 yards or something?
And then threw the Heisman up. I'm like, come on.
But what they do is they don't let you have the ball.
It's like Alabama against Georgia.
You get eight possessions. It's what Georgia Tech does to you.
They strangle you.
They run the clock down to 5. They run the veer.
Yeah.
They get 4 first downs, and there's the first quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you're like, hold on, we hadn't even had the ball yet.
Yeah, and they're playing pretty good defense. So it's a pretty good recipe. Now, they could get housed. Like, if they fumble, get in there with Ohio State or something, and they turn the ball over, it could get bad. Because I'm not sure they're built to come back.
Vandy?
Yeah.
No.
They've got to play even or ahead.
They can't get down 14.
No.
I mean, they don't have the talent on the outside, I think, to get down by that many to make you have enough explosive plays to get down.
They're just killing you with.
Yeah.
They would just need a turnover on defense to get back in that situation.
Absolutely.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
And that's what they got one Saturday that really probably won the game.
We'll find out more about Vandy again this week.
They got Texas.
They got a tough road test.
So Texas, I bet if you watch them get off the bus, you'd take Texas 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right. So, yes, you're absolutely right. This goes back to the original part of the conversation about the hypotheticals. Mm. Like, you've heard the conversations about, well, who would Vegas pick in this scenario? You know what I mean?
1.5.
Right. Yeah. So, but Texas is the
favored.
And so.
But that means, I guess, they think Vandy's probably
a
the
point
better
and a half
team.
Better.
Yeah. They're getting the home field bump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll talk more about that one in our preview section coming up here in just a minute. I do want to point out some notable scores from this past weekend. Admittedly, didn't watch the Georgia Tech Syracuse game, but a 41-16 conference win. Georgia Tech just continues to win. Everybody keeps saying, okay, maybe they're about to, Syracuse, watch out, Fran Brown, and Syracuse, it's 41-16.
Yeah, Syracuse pretty doggone good.
Georgia Tech, to me, just continues to play a Vandy brand of football, just like you said.
Absolutely. They might be a hair better than Vandy, too.
I mean, 27 first downs. Georgia Tech had 27 first downs. 8 for 12 on third down. That's pretty good.
Well, nobody can stop quarterback run. You're just not going to stop it. If you're committed to it.
He threw for 300 this weekend.
Yeah. So then you're sold out to stop that, and it's opening up other things.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, man. It's tough.
Other notable scores from the weekend: Virginia at North Carolina, 17-16 overtime victory. This is the same Virginia team
that beat Florida State.
That put 40 whatever more points on Florida State, and really actually has played really well on offense all year long. North Carolina, of course, is just a mess under Chapel Bill. But yes, 17-16 overtime victory there for Virginia. Virginia seems to be one of those teams this year. It's like just their season. They get things that bounce their way. They get,
Are they in the drive? I mean, they're in one of the ACC driver's seats, right? Like they're.
So Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's a missed call away from having a loss. Like they blew the Wake Forest game.
Who did? Georgia Tech?
The refs.
Oh.
It was an offside. Clear offside. So I say that to say all this, the margins are just, I mean, they've had some close calls.
When life throws you the unexpected, wouldn't it be great to have someone right there with you? Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Thomas Horne is there, ready to help protect what matters most to you. Call Thomas today at 229-798-4018 for a free quote. He might just save you money and get you better protected. Serving all of Southwest Georgia like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Thomas Horne is there. Visit his website at thomasismyagent.com.
Well, I mean, like we talked about earlier in the season with Georgia, I mean, they're a
missed field goal,
dime or a dime throw by Gunnar Stockton or a missed field goal from 2-2 to start the season.
Absolutely.
With wins against Austin Peay and Marshall. Like it's.
Here's what I'll say about Tech, though. They've played 8 games, which is the same as Virginia. We know Virginia's got a pretty good offense. They've scored 16 more points. I mean, Tech's got the second best offense in the ACC by scoring average, behind Pitt, by the way.
Who they play? They do have them before Georgia.
The quarterback's pretty good too, by the way.
The freshman
that beat y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's discovering themselves on y'all.
I know.
Get right game.
Oh, look at this guy. He's pretty good.
I know. It happens every
That's
time.
kind of how the Virginia quarterback was.
Except Alabama.
It happens every time. We're like, okay, well, this dude's going to look like, the Heisman.
Come to expect it.
Yeah, just is what it is. Just for comparison purposes, in conference, North Carolina has scored 44 points.
In
conference.
5 games?
North Carolina's only played 3 so far.
Okay.
But they've scored 44 points.
But you got Bill on the sideline, right? Who's to say he can't put together a defensive masterpiece week to week? I mean, I'm sure they don't have very much talent or not great talent, but he probably saw something and
found out
put
something
his
he could exploit.
defensive mind to work and find yourself in a struggle. I don't know how it works, but
other notable scores: Wisconsin at Oregon,
21-7.
I think Oregon is not the team they were last year. I think they got some holes.
This is a good example of if you just go off of preseason rankings or on paper or reputation, you say, "Oh, Oregon's." At one point, Oregon probably was ranked number 1. I don't remember each week, but they've been up there all year.
Well, I mean, you beat Penn State, and then you see what happens after that with Penn State. I mean, Oregon was as high as you could be after beating Penn State.
Yeah,
because we thought we knew who Penn State was.
Mm-hmm.
So they had that Tez guy last year that was so fast, and I don't know, they just having trouble separating, like from people nowadays. It seems like.
I mean, they do have the talent. It's just putting it all together.
Yeah.
To get it right now, but listen, in any given year, the best team has hiccups like this, where like a struggle win, right? Like any given team has it. There's been a few. Florida State didn't have it in the year they won in 2013. There was they had pretty much ran the gauntlet without a hiccup, right?
Well, there was the Boston College game that year that we were almost down at half, except for a Hail Mary. So, but yes.
But like pretty much. I mean, Georgia had their struggle at Kentucky. They had a struggle at Missouri during their time. Bama's had their hiccups with Auburn through the years. Like all the good teams, rarely you're going to have a team that's going to just run through people the whole season.
So Oregon struggled last week against.
Well, they lost to Indiana. What was that? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then last week they won at home versus Wisconsin, 21-7. By the way, Wisconsin's probably going to fire their coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Luke Fickell is probably going to be one of the next coaches
and
fired.
A lot of people want Luke Fickell to fill one of these big openings.
They just think it wasn't a fit at Wisconsin?
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of message board material.
I mean, I know what he did at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But what has he done besides that 1 year at Cincinnati? I mean, 2 years. They had 2 good years at Cincinnati.
So he came in and tried to make Wisconsin a passing team. He tried to change 25, 30 years of history.
Yeah.
1987, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and it just didn't work out.
Well, it's Jeff Collins at Tech.
Yeah.
Tech is traditionally lower talent, hard-nosed running team.
Yeah.
Jeff Collins tries to come up there and spread them out, want to throw the ball a bunch. Not successful. Brent Key comes in and does what he does with running a version of the triple option. Mm-hmm. That's who Tech is.
It does seem like the DNA can stick with a program for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're Wisconsin. I mean, you have
Barry Alvarez.
They're going to have trouble ever getting those type guys up there.
Yeah, I mean, you just got a bunch of corn eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you grow guys like Rondane, or somebody like that, I mean, you typically want to give him the football.
Right.
Just let him run with it.
And you're seeing the same thing in Nebraska. All these guys want to make Nebraska something they're not. Mm-hmm. Like, let them be who they are.
What is that?
Georgia
anymore,
Southern.
though?
Georgia Southern. Oh, man,
that's a good example.
I mean, everybody wants to get back to the option now. And it's like, let's just be who we are. Be a pain.
Yeah.
Texas at Mississippi State.
17-point comeback, fourth quarter.
Good on them, but man, they were throwing dirt on the Longhorns. They were in the grave.
Oh yeah,
and it came out of
Arch actually had a big second half. Sent y'all that meme at halftime, and then he threw for 300 yards in the second half almost, and then he's concussed, right?
Well, that's what
the question: is he going to play?
That's what scares you about Texas. Anybody that's playing them in the future, whether it's Vandy or Georgia or A&M or whoever, they can put it all together in spurts and get up on you quick. Like, because they got the talent.
They still can't run the ball, though.
And I still can't figure out, they do have talent. How in the great state of Texas did you end up with these wide receivers? They're okay.
Wingo's pretty good.
He's pretty good, but you would think they'd have some 6'4" gazelles at every position.
Well, with Sark as your guy who came from Bama and did it there.
They've just, I don't know, underwhelming a little bit to me.
Even last year, the Golden kid, wasn't he a transfer? Did he transfer into Texas?
I don't know.
A.D. Mitchell, who transferred in from Georgia, like they've not really recruited well.
They did. I think they did have two big transfers.
Like, I don't think that they've not really the white kid that's the Arch's roommate. Like, yeah, really good guy, really good receiver, but not what you would think out of a.
Yeah, like not ready-made first rounders.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to think of any big name receivers that have come through Texas over the years.
Roy Williams.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
A.D. Mitchell.
Well, that's a transfer. That doesn't count.
They've had some.
I mean, nobody's a factor like Ohio State for receivers or Alabama.
Right.
You just start naming receivers in the NFL, and you might as well say, well, there you go to Bama, LSU, or Ohio State. Yeah. Like, they're just receiver factories.
Yeah. I think Texas might have been more like that in the Colt McCoy days.
Yeah, they had.
But you remember that offense was never like an it was a high-scoring offense, but the knock on Colt McCoy was that he didn't throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, he was Jay Fromm.
It was dink and dunk, but it was.
Who was his little slot?
Shipley.
Yeah,
Jordan Shipley. He was like the original Renfro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
With the offense that you think that Sark would have, you think it would attract receivers just inherently. Like, it's just going to bring in the top guys, but it's not.
So he's floating his name out there for NFL jobs.
I bet he'll take one, too.
That's the rumor. And if that job comes open, then all of a sudden.
Where do you rank that one?
Yeah, that one's number one. Right.
And then Kiffin's like, I'll take that much more money.
Right.
From resources and pedigree. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. All right. So staying in the great state of Texas, Vanderbilt on the road at Texas. Let's get to our preview section. Who wants to go first?
Kyle, you got to start.
I have to start? Aren't
You're up by 6.
We all tied last week.
All right, Dustin, run through it.
Standings as of today: Kyle Shaver 26-16, 3-2 last week. Dustin 20-22, 3-2 last week. Brian Howell 20-22, 3-2 last week.
I'm getting to 500 this week, baby.
Well, Texas favored by 2.5 at home.
Is Arch going to play?
I think he plays. I think Arch plays, and I think Texas wins.
Okay.
I think this is where the Pavia show. 189 yards passing, I'll get it done.
I'm about to catch one on him.
You taking Vandy?
Vandy, let's go. Anchor down.
So Vanderbilt didn't run the ball very well against Missouri. They were opportunistic.
I mean, Pavia's their leading rusher. Their leading rusher is 458 yards as a quarterback.
Texas is a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Low scoring game, probably.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be like a 24-17 type deal. One way or another. I mean, obviously I'm picking Texas.
Might be another overtime. That'd be 3 in a row for them.
Keep them coming.
Could be another overtime. You're right. Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Give me Texas. I feel like this is similar to the Texas-Oklahoma game. We're going into it. We thought we knew exactly how it was going to go. And then Texas just comes out and can actually run the football. And it was just a weird, give me Texas. They're at home.
Those are the kind of games that just makes you scratch your head.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I can't pick these.
All right. Oklahoma at Tennessee.
The Heupel Bowl.
So this is an elimination game.
Yeah.
We're starting to get into these. Fast forward a little bit. If say Tennessee wins and Vandy wins, huge game in Knoxville in a few weeks.
That's the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
That's not far away.
Yeah. 4 weeks.
4 weeks from now. All right. You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Tennessee's favored by 3.5.
I'm going to take Tennessee. It's at Tennessee. I think it's a night game. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I like Tennessee in this game too. I'm not sure Mateer's right. Yeah. I just don't. And I think a lot of their offense is predicated upon him being right. Mm-hmm. And now if he's good, like give me Oklahoma, but I'm just not sure that he's there. I think Heupel just likes to beat Oklahoma. Just bad blood. Didn't like him. You know, they didn't give him a fair shake.
If Ole Miss had not done what they did last week to Oklahoma's defense, kind of shredded them, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lane Kiffin's
Tennessee's offense ain't Ole Miss's offense.
No.
They're not.
Aguilar can go off the rails.
Yeah, he can.
He disappeared for 2 quarters in the Georgia game.
Yeah.
You know, but I think at home, Tennessee, knowing that it's, you know, kind of backed in the corner, you want to keep your shot, you know, the outside chance, give me Tennessee.
Night game in Neyland Stadium.
Be playing that creepy Rocky Top, I'm sure.
Oh, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Give me Tennessee.
They'll wear the black that Kiffin made famous.
I don't know. That's dumb.
All right, I got one for you. A 5-2 team goes on the road to face a 3-4 team. The 3-4 team is favored by 9.5 points.
Welcome to the ACC, baby.
Wake at Florida State.
You have to get out of the. You have to filter out.
You have to sort by conference.
All filter the top 25.
Yeah, you got to sort by conference.
So Wake's playing like Killer D.
Wake is Wake Forest.
Yeah,
this is what they do. They play great defense. They beat SMU on a walk-off field goal last week. Should have beat them by more. I think they had 3 turnovers inside the 10 on offense.
And like you said, gave Georgia Tech all they wanted.
Should have beat Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
They could be 6-1 right now.
Wake made the right choice in that game, by the way, in overtime to go for 2 when they got the ball second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tech scores.
This was in regulation, though, when the bad call was.
Yeah. Listen, don't get me started on bad calls. He was in, by the way, at Stanford. But
he was. I knew he was.
He was definitely in. But no, Wake just beat SMU. I think it was 13-12 on a walk-off 50-yard field goal.
Wow.
After dominating the game for the most part, but turning it over 3 times. I think this is right.
In the red zone.
Yeah, inside the 10.
Yeah.
That's a killer.
And now they're coming to Tallahassee to play a team that hasn't won a conference game since, I think, September 29th, 2004 or 2024. Hasn't been that long.
It feels like 04.
We got to have this one, baby.
And somehow Florida State's favored by 9.5. I don't get it.
Dropped to 7.5 today.
Castellanos back?
That's nobody knows. Maybe. Norvell said today that they feel good about, the progression he's making. But Kevin Sperry, the backup, published a picture on Instagram this week with, scripture from Isaiah that says, who are you going to send? Send me, Lord.
QB1.
And it's like, man, so, that made me think he was going to be the starter.
Yeah.
Maybe he is, and Norvell doesn't want to say that.
So do they make them do something on like Friday, pass a test or?
Oh, I don't know. A concussion protocol?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be something they go through. Like you got to pass certain, like at the beginning of the year, they have like their baseline, right? And then they get out of the baseline or whatever whatever you do there.
Also, from what I understand, if you have any sort of like let's say you're making progression. Today you're a 6, tomorrow you're a 7, and then the next day you're a 6, it starts over. Like the window starts over for whatever the 7 days or something.
My question about Florida State is have they cashed it in? Like if the players cashed it in, I don't think Castellanos can do that because he's got no eligibility left, or does he?
Maybe he does.
Well,
so his red shirt freshman year or his freshman year, he played
the bowl game,
which under the current rules would not count as the 4 games you're allowed to play. So there's the possibility of an appeal that he could get
I hate all this going back on what the rules used to be.
Yeah.
Not just that situation.
Reggie Bush getting his Heisman.
We're moving the goalpost.
After the game's over.
Yes.
Yeah. What I'm saying, though, for this game in particular is have Florida State players cash it in. If they have 9.5 for Florida State, ain't going to be enough to it's just, I don't know. It's hard one to pick. I'll pick Florida State because I like you, Dustin.
Yeah.
If you judge sideline behavior and try to determine whether or not the players have quit, I don't have a whole lot of confidence that they're still bought in. But
that's the one thing I thought Billy had going for him at Florida was it never seemed, even when it was bad this year, it never seemed like the players quit on him. That they still trusted him. That like there was some little bit of thing with like Lagway, but like it always seemed like Florida's players had Billy's back.
Well, dude, when you stink, don't you just sell the film's on, boys?
Yeah, you want to get paid next year.
You want to go to the NFL?
Yeah.
Or if you want to transfer somewhere, don't put bad stuff on film.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Give me Florida State.
I'll take Florida State as well.
Well, boys,
If he loses, is he fired? Or is he going to get the whole year?
I thought he was fired after Stanford, to be honest with you. I really,
Maybe he was.
I really don't know. I don't know why, if you're going to fire him, if he loses one more game,
Why you wouldn't already do it?
why you wouldn't just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It could be an embarrassing loss that gets him fired. So a 30-0 type loss, which we've seen in Tallahassee to Wake Forest before.
Stadium empties.
I mean, it could be that. My opinion is they're just hoping and praying that he finishes the season 7-5, and they could say, "Hey, man, we went from 2-8 to 7-5. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Did you expect 10 wins this year?" The problem with that is we can all see, and
The problem is you beat Bama.
well, if he
problem.
if Florida State hadn't beat Bama, he probably would be fired. The athletic director said this week, you'll love this as fans of a team that's relatively competitive in college football. I'm going to read this to you, and you tell me if this sounds like somebody that, we're really wanting to win. Michael Alford, said, quote, "You're absolutely right." This is in response to an email. "Honoring contracts and commitments is not just a legal principle, but a cultural one. It sets the tone for how we operate as a program and a university. The narrow margins in our losses and the quality of our wins speak volumes about the direction we're heading. We're proud of the fight in the team so far this year." So he's basically saying, yeah, we've lost 4 games, but they were really close.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah, they're really close losses to Stanford and their backup quarterback.
The Stanford's a bad loss. But Virginia, not so bad. Who's the other one?
Pitt, backup quarterback again, making his first
Who
road
might
start.
be a superstar.
Yeah, but he's a freshman. I mean, this is my point. If this were Georgia, if Georgia was on a 4-game losing streak, if Georgia had not won an SEC game since September of last year, and your athletic director comes out and says, "Yeah, but man, we're losing close," you wouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
You'd say, "No, we're losing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
The Miami game, we don't even count. I mean, you just whatever. Miami is better than Florida State this year.
Yeah.
And they should be, because they've out recruited Florida State. They've made better decisions in the the players they've taken out of the transfer portal. I'm taking Wake Forest.
First time.
I think the last time I picked against them was Bama. I'd have to go
Reverse
back
psychology.
and look.
The wheels have. We got to play it back. I think he said the first week or two he would never pick against them.
Well, here we are.
I think he said I'm not picking against them. You never say what you're not going to do.
That's true. That's true.
I'm looking at.
He cares more about catching you now than he does this season.
Hold on.
Season's gone.
I might have our original You Pick Scoreboard Show notes here. I'm sorry, not You Pick. That's another radio show. No, the Southern Football Report. Somewhere around here, I've got our notes from that first show, and I can tell you who I picked. But no, I'm taking. Listen, until given a reason to think otherwise, I'm.
Is it a money? Is it a money issue with the buyout? Has that been talked about much?
Well, that's a no. I don't.
It's
think,
$100 million to buy the whole staff out, right? Isn't it some crazy number?
I think it's. I think it's yes and no. I think yes, it's $100 million. Like, are we sure we want to pull the trigger and start over again? And do we make a better decision with the next guy and it cost us $100 million, or the same decision and it cost $100 million? But also, I don't think they have $58 million sitting in the bank that they could just stroke a check.
Yeah.
And so they're having to go fundraise for it or figure out a way around it.
There's a few coaches you can get on the cheap right now.
Well,
Dude,
that's probably what's going to happen.
I wonder if I saw Peter Burns post something like this dream contract of like $1 million signing bonus, $500,000 per win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that
too.
model.
Oh man, as a coach, I'd be like, I like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
let's-
I was talking about with Josh Lajeunesse earlier today. Like, an incentivized contract where you get a base salary of like
That's
whatever.
the life me and Brian Howell live.
A very comfortable salary,
but
not
man,
absurd.
Yeah, with a very high end incentivized contract of $15 million if you win enough games.
Absolutely.
But like if you lose 9 games,
yeah,
you live on it.
that's right.
I found it. I took Bama. That was the last time I picked against Florida State.
Beginning of the year.
You did. I remember that.
So maybe that's how it works. I kept picking Florida State last year, just hoping each week that something would change, and nothing ever did. All right, Georgia Tech at NC State. I know, Brian, you like to have 5.
Yeah.
And so I threw us a curveball here. Georgia Tech at NC State.
Tech 7.
Something
Favored
like that.
6.5.
Yeah. On the road at Carter Finley Stadium.
NC State's got 2 losses.
4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got 4 losses.
But they beat somebody good.
Virginia.
Yeah.
They got blown out by Notre Dame.
Yeah. Give me Tech.
Virginia Tech also
But that don't mean it ain't going to be a
Virginia Tech also beat them.
barn burner. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Virginia Tech kind of got that bump. They had like a 2-3 game
bump.
stretch. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, give me Tech. NC State, I don't know they're that good.
All we can hope for is maybe he turns an ankle.
Haynes King?
About this time, about 4 weeks out.
All we can hope
I don't
is
want
we
the man,
get
I don't want the man to get hurt.
Dirty Dan Jackson to come back is what I need. Dirty Dan.
Just
All
a
right.
little something.
Night game at Carter Finley Stadium on ESPN2. Georgia Tech has some chinks in the armor. NC State is that weird team. I don't think they're great. Give me NC State.
I hope that I'm watching this game after a Georgia win, and if the wheels start falling off on Tech, it might make a great Saturday night.
It's like 12-11 late in the fourth.
And then Haynes King gets hurt.
Not too bad hurt. Not too bad.
No,
That's
you
right.
don't want him hurt in this game.
No.
You want him hurt like 2
Yeah.
weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a warrior. He'll rally, but he'll come back with like armor on.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of the Georgia game, 3:30 on Saturday. Georgia versus
Brian's nervous.
the interim coach
I'm
in
always
Gainesville.
nervous.
Brian is all. He's like Larry Munson's grandson.
Yeah, I've seen too much in my life. Hey, you want to take it? I mean,
I'll go. No, I'll go. I don't think Florida gets the interim bump for the reason I said a minute ago. I do think the Florida players rallied around Napier, and he's not there anymore. And I think to some of them, he was their guy. Now, they have an extremely talented roster, like a roster that I think a lot of people would trade for. Florida State probably trade for it in some cases. But I don't think they get an interim bump. I have read that Georgia seems to be healthy this week. A lot of rest this week. Kirby changed his practices up week before last. Or excuse me, this last week, I guess. They didn't practice on Wednesday, so gave them an extra day of rest in the middle of the week. And then came back ready to rock and roll on Sunday. So
Bowens is back.
Bowens is back healthy. Ernest Green, they say, is fully healthy. They found a pretty good kind of some chemistry in the offensive line with the right rotations and keeping guys fresh. And I think Kirby's I'm not going to quote it exactly right, but we got a good offensive line and a good rotation. We're a pretty good football team. They found some explosives against Ole Miss. Now, Ole Miss defense is not great, but they found some explosives there. Give me Georgia. I think they win by, 10.
I'll roll with that too. That's kind of my sentiment.
It will be close early. I think Florida has played Georgia close early the last few years.
Oh yeah. So how many years in a row is it?
5.
This is going
2020
was the last.
So this is
ones.
going for
This will go for
6.
5 in a row.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's 25. 5 in a row.
Don't fast forward
Yeah.
too far.
Yeah, we're going for our 5th in a row.
But like 7 out of 10.
Something like that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Listen, if y'all think Kirby Smart's going to go to Jacksonville and lose to an interim coach, coaching his most hated rival, you say what you want to about Auburn
He
or
hates
Tennessee
him.
or
He
anybody
hates him.
else. If you think Kirby, then I'm going to take your Georgia fan card
Yeah.
if you don't pick the Dogs. Dogs big, man. Listen, Florida will hit a couple plays in the first quarter, and it might be 14-10 at some point. And then the Dogs are going to just smother them the rest of the way.
Did you hear Kirby on the hot mic this week?
No,
I can't say it on the radio.
I hadn't seen that one
You
yet.
can just find it on Twitter.
So somebody walks by stadium about every day and record
records
something. Yeah.
He knows everybody hears him. He don't care.
By the way, I'd need to ask a rules question about our picks. Is it possible to change something? Or
you did it last week.
It's written. No, I didn't. I said I was going to, and I didn't.
What do you mean?
I want to change my pick on the Tech NC State game.
That's fine. They hadn't played yet.
Yeah.
Y'all agree to it?
Yeah,
it's
cool.
fine.
Okay, I'm changing it.
You're going to.
I'm taking Tech.
Okay.
The reason I got to thinking about that is there are some upset factors there. Tech NC State. Tech's the better team.
Yeah.
The only reason I considered NC State is because it's a night game on the road, and Tech seems like they're just due for one, but no.
It can get a little wonky.
All right, so big picture college football talk, lots of coaching changes. We've got the playoff rankings coming out next week. We've got, the drama that is who's going to get fired next.
Yeah.
So anything you want to point out there? By the way, I'm going to say that if we're picking who's getting fired next, I'm probably going with Mike Norvell. But it could be Hugh Freeze, right?
Could be Hugh Freeze. Could be Luke Fickell. I don't know. Hugh's like lobbied in the media to keep his job.
I kind of feel that.
You kind of feel Hugh Freeze keeping his job?
If I was the AD, I'd be tempted to give him one more year with some serious direction on what we need to do.
I think you got to get a pulse of can he get quarterback right?
Yeah.
And can he keep the receivers happy? Because I think
can he keep DJ Durkin?
Can he keep Durkin? But can he keep Cam Coleman?
Does he lose at home to Kentucky this week, though? I mean, Kentucky's bad. If Kentucky comes to Auburn and beats them at night, it could be an LSU Texas A&M situation.
It's probably a game-by-game basis. He needs to keep winning. If he could go 4-4, I bet he keeps it. Win the next 3. He had to beat Alabama, but if he beats Alabama, he keeps it.
If he beats Alabama, he keeps his job. No matter what.
That's why Mike Norvell still got his.
Yeah, you beat Alabama, you keep your job. Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I just think it's just I think a big question I have is who's going to emerge in these jobs, but not even that, is what happens in the fallout of who backfills the jobs that get left by. Like, I'm on the saying that, like, I think Glenn Schumann gets his shot this year.
That's
right. I think a DJ Durkin, if the Maryland stuff doesn't exist, like he gets his shot again. That's bad.
Tough, yeah.
But you got these guys that I think are gonna, who's backfilling these things, and that's where your coordinators come in that aren't necessarily as hot.
I think maybe coordinators take some of these big jobs. So Glenn Schumann might be a Florida State fit.
Josh and I talked about that.
So here's why I say that. If you look at some of the most successful coaches in college football right now, they weren't head coaches first. Kirby.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning. Ryan Day. Was Brent Key a head coach?
No.
He was promoted from interim, and got the job.
So you don't have to go get Lane Kiffin.
All the 21 churn, I heard this the other day, all the 21 churn, a cycle about like this, the ones remaining were coordinators.
Yeah. Well, like
and
Buster
McKinley,
Faulkner, he get his shot.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Hartline's a guy who's been waiting in the wings for a while at Ohio State. Does he get his shot?
Yeah.
There's some, we talked about it a few weeks ago. There's not like that. There's not the Kirby out there or the Lane Kiffin or the Venables. Mm-hmm. Like that guy doesn't exist right now. But there are some guys who've been around successful programs for a while that have seen it done. You could probably get them for the cheap with a pretty low buyout.
Signetti's about to start getting poached annually.
We talked about that this week on the text
group.
Guarantee
you. That's how it happens. You have success, and they just want a piece of that.
Yeah.
Just show me something out of that program.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Glenn Schumann intrigues me at Florida State.
He's losing value by the week.
Well, that might be a personnel issue.
Yeah, Glenn Schumann didn't forget how to coach in a year. Like, he didn't. Like, he was still the guy that coached the 23 defense. Like, he was still the guy. Like, he's still the guy he is.
Some Muschamp around there.
Yeah, there is. And Kirby's still there. Like, but I think that Glenn Schumann's a better coach and people want to give him credit for it this year.
Sure.
That's been another episode of the Southern Football Report presented by State Farm agent Thomas Horne. ThomasIsMyAgent.com. Thanks for listening. You can download this on your favorite podcast app, take it with you, or listen on Saturday mornings on the Flint Media family of radio stations. We'll talk to you next week.